I am young, I am 20 years old, yet I know nothing of life but despair, death, fear, and fatuous superficiality cast over an abyss of sorrow. I see how people are set against one another, and in silence, unknowingly, foolishly, obediently, innocently slay one another. Shakespeare rightly says, "Chaos, chaos, everywhere chaos." In this materialistic world we are all full of evils and darkness. To feed our own tummy we put all the principles to the wind. We breed unnecessary enmities to satisfy our egos, and as a matter of fact, life is too short to be involved in such enmities. There is much more than absurd hatred, and we can conquer world through love, beauty, and truth. We strive our time and energy on enemies that don't even exist. There is never-ending rivalries and conflicts raging in the world, and we must play our part to bring normalcy and peace to this rotten world. But now, for the first time, I see you are a man like me. I thought of your hand grenades, of your bayonet, of your rifle. Now I see your wife and your face and our fellowship. Forgive me, comrade. We always see it too late. Why do they never tell us that you are poor devils like us? That your mothers are just as anxious as ours, and that we have the same fear of death, and the same dying and the same agony. Forgive me, comrade. How could you be my enemy? War always brings chaos and misery. It is so true that peace cannot be achieved without war. Those soldiers fighting from opposite sides sail in the same boat. They leave behind their families, children, and mothers. The only difference between both the troops is they are fighting the same cause for different groups. There is no personal enmity between the soldiers, but both are part of greater power games which require them to sacrifice everything for their cause. And ultimately they conclude they are not enemies anymore, and that's perhaps too late. This gives us the reflection of peace and amicable settlements of disputes. War should be avoided, and peace should always be your last resort in all the circumstances. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. We are all imperfects, and that's perfectly all right. Perfection is not the end. It can be a means to an end. If you eye for perfection, and if you don't even get it, you may end up being brilliant. Humans are full of drawbacks, and we strive hard for perfection. We forget that ultimately we have to depart even being perfect. Thus do what your heart commands and never undermine your capabilities. You are born to express yourself, not to impress others. We learn by erring, and this process continues until we get to our excellence. You need to eye for more growth and development and put your best to get to your goals, but do not despise yourself chasing perfection. We are not young any longer. We don't want to take the world by storm. We are fleeing. We fly from ourselves, from our life. We were 18 and had begun to love life and the world, and we had to shoot it to pieces. Youth has its own charm and charisma. There is a storm inside us, and we are much passionate about everything while we are young. But as the time passes by, we get calm and moderate. We look at things through different lenses and try to sort out things through saner senses. During our peak of youth, we love life and adore it much, but as practicality overcomes us, we become muffled about all the fantasies. The problems and difficulties of life bow us down, and we hardly care for things as we grow older. We become satisfied with what we have, and there lacks a passion which was imminent during youth period. That's life, my friend, and it moves on with or without things which you hold to your heart. It is very queer that the unhappiness of the world is so often brought on by small men. It has been said that the greatest happiness is to know the cause of unhappiness, which is always brought by the small faction of the society. Happiness is not a fixed or absolute phenomenon, but it varies from person to person and place to place. Few but a powerful lot of the society either bring harmony or chaos. Those at the helm of affairs should think for the collective good of people, and try to give them comfort amidst this selfishness and self-aggrandizement. At the same time, on behalf of the people, it is also imperative to select those people at the higher posts who are capable of bringing happiness to a large number of people and who work for utilitarianism. We are forlorn like children, and experienced like old men. We are crude and sorrowful and superficial. I believe we are lost. Sometimes we feel so lonely and stranded at the same time. We feel helpless like children and experienced like the old ones. For one moment, we feel powerful enough to uproot all the evils, but next moment we succumb to the dangers of life. It seems as if we are waging through the uncertainties of life and lost in the darkness. There comes a time in everyone's life where we see no light and become so desperate about the realities of life. This is the result of overthinking and negativity. Know that what's inevitable will always come no matter what. Just remain positive and things will be better in due course of time. I did not want to think so much about her. I wanted to take her as an unexpected, delightful gift that had come and would go again, nothing more. I meant not to give room to the thought that it could ever be more. I knew too well that all love has the desire for eternity and that therein lies its eternal torment. Nothing lasts. Nothing. We take everything for granted, whether it's love, care, or anything else. People come and go in your life, and it's wiser not to keep many expectations from anyone. Nothing is permanent and everything is going to an end. If you love someone deeply, get ready to let them go as well. We all wish for our love to be eternal and long-lasting, but there are always certain predicaments, and we must accept the reality. What's here will remain so, and let go of things and people which make you sad. Life is short, and do not torment yourself by unnecessary bonding to the people who don't value you.